My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. How can an unmarried parent get full custody? That's a question that is often asked, and it really touches on several key issues. First of all, when we talk about a non-marital union, we have to remember that there are no particular presumptions in a marital versus non-marital union. You're going to have certain presumptions in a marriage that you may not have with respect to a non-marital union. So let me give you an example. In a marriage, there is a presumption that a child is a product of the marriage if born during the marriage. Okay, number one. Number two, there's a presumption that both parents are going to share in the custodial responsibilities of that child until the court determines otherwise, based on proofs and evidence and whatnot. You don't necessarily have those types of presumptions in a non-marital union. You have other kind of presumptions. For example, in a non-marital union, there may be a presumption that the mother is the custodial parent. I say there may be that presumption because it's rebuttable. You can have many situations where the father in the non-marital union will end up getting the custody of the child. So the question is, how is that accomplished? Let's, in order to answer that question, further flush out the scenario a little bit. So let's say we have a non-marital union, two people were together, they got a child out of that union, and then, wouldn't you know it, the child, after a year, they break up. Dad goes his way, mom goes her way, and the child is with one of them. Let's say in this situation, mom goes and takes the child with. The question is, can the dad get the custody of that child? On the one hand, well, there's a presumption in the non-marital scenario that the child, the custody goes with the mom. But remember what I said before, you can rebut these presumptions. So what the father can do, and in answer to the question, how can an unmarried parent get custody? In this case, we'll talk about the father. The father can file a petition for custody. He can file a petition before the court, say, I'm the father, and for reasons A, B, C, and D, it's in the best interest of the child that the child live with me. Now, notice what we just did. We said he's got to say, I'm the father, and blah, blah, blah. It bespeaks a precondition that has to exist, and the precondition that has to exist is that the paternity has to be established. In other words, the father's going to have to be the father. So if there wasn't a paternity test established, and there's no presumption of paternity in a non-marital union, that means that he's going to have to perhaps file a DP case or take some other steps to determine that he's the father. But once he's the father, he can file a petition, he can say, I'm the father, and it's in the best interest of the child that the child stay with me as a custodial parent because the mother's a drug addict and an alcoholic, and the mother's been evicted from place to place to place, and she has no stable job, and she has no this, and she has no that. And the court can have a hearing to determine, is that correct? Is it in fact the case that it would serve the best interest of the child to go with that? And if the court rules that way, you'll have a situation where an unmarried parent, without any presumption, ends up getting full custody of the child. Now, if you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.